Well, hello there. Well, hello there. It's late. It's like after 3:57 in the morning, 3 minutes till 4. Okay. I'm eating 2 eggs from 7-Eleven. Expires April 23rd. 45 days from now. They got some on the shelf that expire March 23rd. This is how I do it. Two eggs. As seen, 2 eggs. 2 eggs. That's what you do. You break 2 eggs open. Like this. We have 2 broken eggs. You take your pepper shaker. You put enough pepper on for about 5 eggs. Okay. Way too much. You get your salt. You salt it. Get your Hanes mayonnaise in the middle of both broken eggs. I don't have mustard ready. So I broke my eggs and all the ingredients are in the middle. With the $1.79 for 2 eggs, so the yolk is in my throat. I just ate 2 hard-boiled eggs. Is this keto? So it's kind of keto. Are eggs keto? Google eggs, and eggs are healthy and fit nicely into the keto diet. They have 0 carbs. Thank you. All right, so there's some sugar in my iced coffee. I've really increased the amount of drinks diabetics should be drinking, but I'm not diabetic. Anyways. Yep, that's how I eat eggs. Almost every day of the year. Well, 6 months ago I wasn't eating eggs. That's the go-to at 2 a.m. though. Because my 7-Eleven is open and it's just always in stock. And asking for hot food is gross. They make gross food. It's hard to fuck up a hard-boiled egg, okay? Unless you think I fucked it up by putting mayo, salt, and pepper on it. Yeah, I did fuck up without the mustard, but that's just tough shit, right? So, if you only had one, it's probably better to just put the mustard on it. Okay, I'm living with a mouse. Do you know that? And he comes through this hole down there. Right there. So, the one thing my mouse is coming in looking for. He robbing me every time, taking the same shit. He comes in my room looking for my shit. He always takes my mayonnaise. My mouse will always take this shit. I'm just gonna toss him. That's what he wants. He's a mammal. He's a member of my family until I catch him and put him out. Like, I love him, but I can't catch him and live with him. I'll catch him and throw his ass out because I love him, and that's tough loving. Next stream, we'll call it tough loving. Yeah. Does it bother you that I'm on this side? A bunch of future graphics can be posted on that side. Ooh, the Bengals just shared a post on Instagram. I'll click that on my iPad. Let's see. Jamar Chase. Stats. Whoopity-doo. Catching the ball is the least important job on the football team. That's why you can only trust the tight end when it comes down to clutch cargo. I think George Kittle is probably the worst tight end. He'll have the Tony Gonzalez career, who was the greatest Kansas City Chief player of all time, who quit right as they got to, he quit on Atlanta. That hurt. But now Atlanta has Kyle Pitts. They're past that. Yep. Every quarterback who played for the 49ers was a bust after they left. I like watching Amir Gaming. That channel is funny. Or that's a new channel, I haven't seen it. A gas station. Owning a gas station is actually like having a web show where everybody has to come to your cameras. And they might buy gas, or they might put air in their tires. But they still appear on your cameras. You get it. It's not really fair. I always smile for public cameras. We have one out here on the street. On Kearney and Sutter, there's 2 cameras in the same spot, in 2 different directions. I like to wave at them and show them my midnight merchandise as I turn into my house. When I ride the elevator, I hold my merchandise towards the elevator camera. So prosecutors will be able to see where I was shopping with my 7-Eleven Big Gulp. They'll know I had just came from 7-Eleven. It's kind of like having a receipt, except you're showing it to the camera. Yeah, I would say you should show your receipt to the camera after they give it to you. Yeah. My first job was gonna be prosecuting shoplifting in California, so I kind of know the steps that you have to run a store to have merchandise security. I was a loss prevention agent, but I never worked in the field. Partially because I'm not bilingual, although I wish I was. What I am is more multilingual in media networks. In the British Broadcasting Network, or the BBC, they use the word brilliant a lot, which is the worst word in the English language, and it's never spoken on American networks because people will turn the channel off. They don't want to watch BBC, okay? If I put the word brilliant into your CBS, NBC, ABC script, or that new show Swarm Swarm is coming out March the 17th on Netflix. If we put the word brilliant in this script, everybody's gonna hate it because they don't want to hear the word. Okay, it's a word that signifies intelligence, but it comes from Britain, and they are not intelligent. They are the Stone Age. The Stone Age is England. And England would be in the Stone Age unless they didn't have piracy. I got a viewer. Welcome somebody. See the stars. That's the name of the show. Next show will be called Tough Love. My viewer is gone, but that's okay. A long play of Top Gear 2 on Super Nintendo on Long Play Archives has just posted. The biggest channels on YouTube would be retro gaming channels like Long Play Archive. They only have 418,000 subscribers, but they only produce like Super Nintendo videos. They don't, I'm talking to my mom or something. I had an idea about things I was going to say today. I couldn't quite remember. The King of Spain, that's right. Apparently he's not good, yeah. The current King of Spain will be a short reign. There's not, I subscribe to 100 different channels named Teddy, and there's 2 different Teddys who are alive right now. Which one do I watch? Oh no. maybe I should cancel my show because only one teddy at a time. About to hit that vape. Oh, yeah. The vape was, my charger needs to be unplugged. Pardon me. So let's hit the old P2 extract. With the Broncos' new owners, I'm really excited for next Broncos season. I'm trying to predict who the Chiefs will play in their home opener. That's a tough one. The 49ers only have 8 home games this year, but they play 2 home preseason games, and I'll probably consider going to one of those. Almost shaved the mustache last night. So close, it's tempting. Hey Ray, what's up if you're watching? Shout out. I'm big in Compton. I have half a viewer who only watches after. I got the after viewer. He watches after. Even I like to watch my shit. When I wake up tomorrow, I'll play the whole video at double speed. I'll listen to it in 30 minutes. I'll be live for an hour. I should be behind just my logo. I should just have a picture of my logo up. This stuff is out of stock. I'm not sure why they're sold out on my favorite vape brand. Let's double check Barbary Coast and see what is for sale. Yeah, I was watching a restaurant in Africa, and they were making a salad, and the only thing they had was eggs and lettuce. I was like, damn, shit, that's really not too bad. That's a nice combo. Shit. That is currently my diet, as stated. I had eggs. But this, I'm not gonna eat a salad live. No. Especially, it takes me at least 4 hours to eat a salad. So, open it up, throw the chicken away, because it's processed. It's gross. Then you have to mix it by closing it and shaking it. Then let the salad soak for about an hour to get the croutons wet. And then you can eat it. And I'm in Barbary Coast. And my favorite product is not in stock. Not gonna ever come back. Not gonna ever come back. My neighbor just yelled, "Oh my God." It's 4:17 in the morning. For my safety, I'm living with psychopaths on the 6th floor now. It wasn't like this 3 years ago, but the new neighbor is getting worse and worse, and his crazy yells get closer and closer to my room. Buying weed is like, if it looks good, it's weed. But when you vape and your supply runs out, it's not a big deal. I hope they run out. I'm not gonna buy weed. I'll just have a milkshake or something at McDonald's and forget about it and be like, oh, boo-hoo, so bad. I had as much as I wanted in the peak of civilization, when the dollar was at the strongest. I'm still on it all day, and the dollar, it's like, whoa. You can't just give people millions of dollars, because you can weaponize money. You can't just give people the amount of money that they're giving them, you know, because you can give them much more. Because money can't buy what people, you know, money is not, it's for debt, you know. You're putting debt on people. You have to pay them back the hard way. Money is easy, but they're gonna use it against you. Some countries can't even print it because it just. That Turkish dollar. Ooh, a Turkish dollar. Sorry about the train crash in Greece. But the train crash in Ohio is so close to Pittsburgh that they don't even like Ohio. They're like, me. They're Steelers fans up there. Yeah. It wasn't the Cincinnati Southern Railroad. It was the Norfolk Railroad. Pittsburgh they built every railroad in America practically, okay? We point the finger directly at them. Just because it should have is Pittsburgh's problem, not Ohio's problem. Yeah. Trying to. Who's gonna pay for it? Pennsylvania. That's right. Real mind. A real mind could have said that a week ago. But I don't work for them, and they definitely don't know how dangerous dangerous ideals are. If I was president, I'd make Pennsylvania pay twice as much, because that's what Denver does every time the Steelers come. And if it's good enough for Denver, then that's the way we're going to teach Eric Cartman and the South Park team, and we'll play football on video games with that. And you respect my coach's authority, because we won the Super Bowl 50, and I was here in San Francisco rooting against the Broncos. I was all about the Panthers on that one. Super Bowl 50 was my first Super Bowl in San Francisco, and I've been here for 8 Super Bowls now. That's 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So, 8 Super Bowls in San Francisco, including watching the Broncos dominate the Panthers. It was pathetic. It was sad. But I was happy. And I was upset. I was like, God damn Broncos, fucking God damn. I'm not a Broncos fan, but now I appreciate it, and I say thank God the Broncos won that game, because Cam Newton is a jackass, and I subscribe to his channel, and my first Super Bowl that I remember I love Super Bowls. I can't rush into my next content because I have a viewer now. I don't know what to say. When I was 17, I started working for the NFL, and the Cowboys beat the Bills at the Super Bowl, and I saw Joe Namath in the parking lot, and I was 17 working for the NFL, and now every time they have a Super Bowl, they need to replicate having 17-year-old kids working in the parking lot, just like the first year I did it, because it was the first year in history that they had a parking lot festival. It's called the NFL Experience, and it's bigger than the Super Bowl because everybody who doesn't have a ticket participates outside of the Super Bowl with it. And I was a volunteer, as I say, at the very first time, and that was at the Pasadena. To my one new viewer, I always love repeating myself. Yeah. My brother later became a white suit at the Rose Bowl parade. He'd provide security on the route. My grandma was a real estate agent. She sold houses in Pasadena area. And we had 2 houses and a mini condo in Palm Springs. I grew up on golf course and climbing mountains. I'm a desert kid. I like being in the desert. I like dehydration, and I like burning in the sun. I like getting burnt. In San Francisco, I haven't broken a sweat in 5 years, honestly. It just doesn't get hot enough. I think I saw 100 degrees one time. It's a hot winter. It's a hot winter. I've been in this hotel room for 8 years. 8 years in this hotel. I used to actually hang my clothes on the pipe, but now it's like I don't even have clothes. I threw all that shit away, like my military uniforms and his army uniforms. I put them all up there. I still got one pair of boots. I think that's all. One pair of pants. Okay, there's BD basic daily uniform top in here somewhere. I'm wearing this hat. I've been wearing this since 2015. I got Spider-Man shoes on. I'm in for the night. Let me take off my Spider-Man shoes. How's that shit? Spider-Man, Adidas, Utah Jazz, Spider-Man. Utah Jazz beat the Lakers for that last playoff spot. We're deliberately holding on to the last playoff spot just so the Lakers can't have it. We don't want to be anything other than one game better than them on the record. That's right. The Lakers hit 30 wins today and the Jazz have 32. So, oof, stinky feet. Stinky, whoa, stinky feet. Damn, what is wrong with you, man? Nobody wants to look at that. But the feet weren't in the last episode, so surprise. The free pens from Chase Bank, the ink is so shit. I don't even want to write a single damn thing. And I need to have a script for my show because I'm calling out the King of France. The King of France, my army over your ass. You bet. I want to see some valor, encourage in because Spain. What are you up to? What are you up to? Spain. What are you up to, man? I mean, I just want to know. We'll find out with more research later. I'm at 35 minutes. I usually stream for an hour. Yeah. My neighbor just yelled, "Fuck all you" again. I should get a spy device so you can put the phone on the wall and listen to the other side. But not yet. Let's see what happened is. Yeah, so my neighbor likes screaming. The same thing every day. Yep. Well, the new mayor in Chicago. Damn, congratulations. Okay, I'm amazed Lori Lightfoot lost. I'm amazed. Just blown away that I'm just blown away. I think Lori Lightfoot should have still been the mayor. That's crazy talk. Well, let me just say something about all the major cities. I mean, Chicago, there's a new mayor. Jacksonville, large Air Force base. That means the effect is that that means they're not training. They do real shit. Okay, they have ordnance on deck. There's an immediate response. Nuclear. When you're talking Jacksonville, you can talk about the nukes. If you want to talk about Miami, they're digging in the sand. They pull stuff out of the ocean like rocks that are worth millions of dollars, but we're filling up the bank with rocks. Okay, you want to talk about Tampa Bay? Who the hell is in there? A bunch of Russians. That's right. A bunch of Russians who had nowhere to go after World War II. Yeah, that's right. The Russians. Yeah, okay, and then 20 years of Houston Texans football. Yeah, I was there 20 years ago, and I didn't want to watch that shit because the quarterback was shit, and that's David Carr and Derek Carr. I am personally not a fan of Fresno, but I grew up near Fresno. Fresno is not a place that should be anything other than a freeway. Like it's not a place that you okay, Fresno is like living on a farm, but you have nice housing. You're the special one. You are not the homeless farmer. You got the apartment. It's like, yeah, that's really, without actually, I'm just speculating after 50 years of the mafia being denied they can't build what they want to. Like they tried to build circus, and they had to have permission just to build a circus. You have to have permission from Kansas City and the Teamsters or the mafia. Like, but the good guys is Cincinnati. Now, I always claim that the good guys and the bad guys get along, but it's just they're just close relatives. I wish I lived closer between the two of them. Bunch of low-brow, low-intellect people in Cincinnati. There's nobody that I can listen to who knows anything about the Bengals. They just want to talk about who can catch the ball the best. You know, your top 10 Bengal wide receivers. We can't rate the running backs for various reasons. We're not playing a running game. And Joe Burrow had 27 yards in the playoff game to lead the team. At least I fucking know. I don't care how much he passed for. I want to know, why is Joe Burrow leading the team in rushing? Okay. That's not happening again. Okay. 27 yards is not. You ain't never playing another day in this league. If you lead the team with 27 yards, your ass is getting cut. I don't care who you are. If you lead the team with 27 yards, you're never playing. You're never playing again. Even if you're Joe Burrow. It's not enough. I'm not going to forget. Okay, now let's talk about Tennessee, because they're falling apart and they had games canceled because sick players, and they went through 100 players last year, and they were completely washed in the preseason when they canceled, when they're giving away free tickets for wrestling instead of having the scheduled game on time on a Sunday. Can you hear my neighbor? I hope so. He's a Raider fan. I would help him. I would be sympathetic to him if he had an LA Rams jacket on, but that is too late because I saw him 3 years ago, and it was too late because he was in that Raiders jacket, and I don't hang like that because I'm the biggest Raider. I just farted. I'm the biggest Raider. I was born in Pasadena when John Madden came, and I was there when the Vikings played in the Super Bowl. That's a fucking long time ago. I was at the Vikings Super Bowl. Skull, motherfucker. You'll never see the real Viking fans. They'll never see a Viking Super Bowl. I was there. So let's talk about it. Because John Madden won. And he never made it back. Nobody liked him. He couldn't coach. He quit. The Raiders did win 2 more Super Bowls, but John Madden didn't. They had this guy, Tom Flores. The flower arrangement didn't make it to the Rose Bowl like John Madden did. He's just a grotesque, strange looking dude with like the styles of the 70s coaches. You would not want to look like a 70s coach. They're just looking. I mean, it's funny. A coach's job is to be there when a player looks up. You know, if you're losing and you look up, you look at your coach. And if I look up and I see this freak Tom Flores, or I see one of these freaking looking Raider people who work for the Raiders, they just get the nastiest looking people they got because they think it's like sophistication. They must be. He looks like Beetlejuice from Howard Stern is so sophisticated. Let's suck his life energy out of him. Beetlejuice had to fake his death just to get some time off so he could recover and he could enjoy the fruits of his labor. And Beetlejuice is alive and well. And how about that? Slap nuts, choke on that. I'm a Jeff Jarrett fan. I always liked Jeff Jarrett. And I never liked WWF. It's for gay fat people and retarded people in wheelchairs in the front row. That's WWF McMahon. And I actually kind of talk a lot like Jesse the Body McMahon. Okay. I learned a lot of how to speak from wrestling because they, calling out an individual like Hogan. Oh, I don't want to. Hogan was never mine. I'm a good guy. I'm technically a baby face, but I come across as a heel because I don't really agree with the trafficking of women out of our cities because there's no rural jobs. And now we're creating rural jobs for the inner city because you can't traffic the right to earn an income. You're trafficking the right to, by force, like Apple is forcing employees to come back to the office. They traffic the income. Like the Army makes me go to the motor pool for a formation before and after lunch. Motor pool. And my motor pool on Fort Hood was inside of the aviation. I had to drive through an additional checkpoint where they have the helicopter. You go park, and I worked a forklift. We had other shit like the regular Humvees and LMVs, I don't know, whatever it's called. The Deuce and a Half was retired. They'd always say, we don't have but the Deuce and a Half. I'd hang out with motor pool guys who make jokes about Swift truckers. And that's my experience. Class 3 oil leak on a trailer, and you're fired. If you tell me there's a class 3 oil leak on a trailer, you're fired. But I'd like you to go look for one, okay? Just you go double check to see if that trailer is dripping oil and find out where there are moving parts on that trailer that need oil, because there's just a hitch and there's no oil, and there should never be anything dripping, and it's impossible. So it's kind of like it's a joke when you ask people to do that, and you should be sent to jail for joking with people like that. It's criminal. That's right. Malicious time wasting. See, me, I would be with the lieutenant, and we'd open up a box with 150 bayonets, and she'd say, count the bayonets, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're pulling out bayonets, and I'd get up to 149, and I'd be like, you know what? I think I lost one. We'd count bayonets all day, man. And I like playing with the bayonet. They would never issue them in the service, but inside every unit's armory is a minimum of bayonets for everybody. I guarantee that. Okay. I don't know about your National Guard, but National Guard armories probably don't need bayonets because they last so long they can't get rid of them. They just keep them. They've been using the same bayonets for 40 or 50 years. Why are they gonna? The quality of it could be refurbishing. Sometimes old metal from metal smelted before the nuclear bombs went off has good properties. I say these good properties in these blades. Older metal is definitely good shit. Not gold though. Gold is like shit, dude. You just melt it down, and the old whatever it was made out of, you can just throw away that design they had. Get rid of it. Okay, gold is get out of here. They're gonna figure out who you stole it from. You gotta fix it. You gotta fix it up. But I haven't had gold in my hand recently. I could have a change of opinion if I saw that new Kansas City Chiefs ring. It almost looks like a 49er ring. Oh yeah, boy. I want to see that. 49ers. I'm clicking on my game now. My last 2 streams took away 50% of my battery. I could go for 2 hours. I could do that. My phone is not plugged in. Oh, it's fine. Every 15 minutes, my game gives me a token to spend, and I have gained 4 tokens since I last hit empty and then started the stream. So I have 4 now. And I'm messing up this event. I'm not nailing this event very well. We'll move this ring. Move, Smile Man. I gotta make a play on this. Lightning Max. But my viewers are like, what the hell is he talking about? The Lightning Max, what the hell is he talking about? It's a real video game player will confuse anybody by talking about, like, what the fuck's... Yes, I'm a 47, is that right? 47-year-old. 23 plus 24, yeah. 47-year-old gamer. I've seen some shit. And most gamers are older than me. They don't really get it. They're kind of like bad gamers. And the gamers younger than me, they don't play Cloak and Dagger. That's for damn sure. They don't play Jungle Hunt. And I wish they did. I wish the gamers would play the games I did. Even Berserk, just play Berserk on Atari. It's a shitty game, but it's still what I played, you know. I played River Raid, Choplifter. Those are the best games, except Star Trek on Atari. I thought it was good. I played Wrathicon. This is what I had. I had Pong in 78. So I was 2 years old when we got the game console. Before that, I had a fireman's hat. That's about it. Bouncy balls with rings you hold on to, you bounce on, and the thing you sit on and you spin. The toys of 1978. There was already toys in the house because my brother was 2 years old when I was born. So we got similar toys in the Christmas of 79. I remember my first Christmas. I remember a lot from when I was 1 year old. I can remember a lot. I remember a lot. Trying to add new things to remember, like how the 49ers are struggling. "57 minutes in on my stream. I have 270 diamonds in the game. What the hell is this item? Material selection. What? Taking that 60 laboratory points. Nice. I'll take that. So I just passed 2,000 laboratory. I only need 2,600 to hit 84 on Bombardier, which is my main grind, the main grind of the game, not a side quest. I describe a side quest in the game as a weekly event with a new character to focus on, who the new character will just steal from your old characters, and you'll never finish your first character. So I'm really focusing on the original characters. 975 days in, the new character is out, and I am not working on him. Solely focusing on my original, and in 25 days on day 1,000, it'll be the first time I ever played a game for 1,000 days in a row, and adjusting to this life doesn't make my old life any less interesting or difficult to live. Oh no, I'm still cleaning my room and taking care of my personal vanity, indulging in a little extra eating, not this, probably too much, just having a little, maybe too much processed chicken in my life can be entirely replaced by a weekly avocado and smoked oysters on cheap ramen with 2 hard-boiled eggs, $4.59. Chicken is never gonna be, chicken is nasty. Chicken is gross. My family wouldn't eat chicken when I don't know if we were completely malnourished and they didn't know diddly dick about a good, how to provide a balanced diet to 2 grown boys, because my older brother was more instrumental in what we ate. Say for our birthday dinner, we would have what he wanted because he was more knowledgeable. His birthday is 13 days before mine. So on March 12th, I have my birthday dinner, but my birthday is March 25, and my family never truly celebrated my birthday on that day because I was a troublemaker, and they would never be happy with me at the end of December. At the end of March, it was a rough month. I don't know why. They want to be so perfect around Easter. I'm an Easter baby, so March 25th. That's when the army demands to be paid. Traditionally, the Caesar would have to pay his army on my birthday, and I joined the army, and I still get my pay. So, my last viewer wanted to give me a donation, but I said no, it's okay. Save your money for tickets at SeatGeek. Yeah, I'm playing my game. I got 1 viewer. I'm the iPad gamer because the thumbstick generation, doing this doesn't excite me. It's boring. I've been gaming for 47 years. The PlayStation, I have not had one since I sold it in 2004. I sold it to get gas. I had no gas. And that was the day my car wouldn't start. And then my wife left me a week later. Then it was right after Hurricane Katrina, and I was living on post housing on the backside of Fort Hood. It was terrible rainstorms during Katrina, even all the way up at North Fort Hood. Fort Hood, they're gonna change the name. Also, Fort Victory is the new name of Fort Bragg. I was delivering the mail for Fort Bragg in Afghanistan. I got 82nd Airborne Division Combat Stripe. That's right. Is that Bragg? That's Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's Fayetteville, North Carolina. I've never even been close to there. But I went to Fort Jackson after I went to Fort Benning in Georgia. So Fort Benning, I got into their Fort Benning on the same day WCW had the last Nitro, and I flew a plane from Los Angeles to Atlanta, and I started training with the Army. And a year later, I was in Afghanistan. I was the first person. They were like, nobody was ready. Okay, get that guy. Now we'll go after him. We'll go after him. And I was coming back like, hey, when on my way home, I was like, no, guys, don't go. Because I just wanted to be the only one that went. That's all, And actually, none of my friends were. My best friend, who was born on Fort Hood, who just contacted me and invited me down to Arizona before the Super Bowl, before my team was eliminated, before the Bengals were eliminated. I was personally invited to Arizona, so I just want to let you know, this world is based upon invites. I was invited to Arizona. I had to be like, that's okay. If I wanted to be in Arizona, I'd be in Arizona, okay? I do have family in Arizona for their privacy, and minus my flamboyancy. I came to San Francisco to be online and talk about the trafficking of women from Los Angeles who have no jobs, because the churches say you can't live here, but you can go work at the church in El Salvador. And it's all about how there's so many girls that go to school in Los Angeles that they get sent away by the church to work in other places as teachers, as nurseries, as to go to colonize the world with our women who aren't allowed to live in their own cities. That's how, and it's all done through the Catholic Church and the diocese and the scholarships that give women fast-tracked education so they can get a 2-year education in 4 weeks at Notre Dame of Women in Cleveland. The Notre Dame College for Women is in Cleveland. It's not the same Notre Dame they play football at, because there's no men at the Notre Dame College for Women. And you go through it for 4 weeks, and then you go live in Canada, and you got a slick desk job, and all you do is like work a bulletin board that has like the kitchen time and the fucking bingo night. You put up a poster that says bingo night, but you do it on the kid level, and you're giving people like the yellow bus schedule and you have the yellow bus fucking map, you know what I mean? Or you're a yellow bus driver. That's where these girls come from. They get sent, oh, you have a good driving record, you can go drive the bus in Canada, and you get handpicked. And I'm a crazy pizza delivery guy in LA. I'm a crazy ass driver. I don't drive because I don't need to drive. At 47 years old, I don't get my kicks going fast. I get my kicks intellectually assaulting the trafficking of women in America through speedy education. As I say to my one viewer, I'm a dangerous person. Extremely dangerous. Okay. I have a top secret clearance in the Army. Okay. I'm full of shit. No, that's true. I failed it. I had an intern clearance, which means a temporary, while they're working on, I was still deployed to Afghanistan because I was so quick they couldn't clear everybody. Okay. If I didn't actually gain my true security clearance, it didn't matter because I had already completed my mission. Nobody debriefed me. I didn't sit down with my captain and say, I was the lowest ranking person in the unit, and all I did was work the world's largest burning trash pit and live inside the world's largest open toilet and I got diarrhea on Thanksgiving because everybody got diarrhea in the chemical attack that was sent from Africa because we got some shit up from Africa snuck in. And I've taken the anthrax vaccines, and I sniff Kool-Aid out of an envelope. I sniffed the Kool-Aid right out of the envelope now because I work in the post office and I'm fearless. I move packages that weirdos sent. I had people in Afghanistan coming looking for the box, talking about there's a dildo inside it. I had the brothers from Alabama talking about how they're looking for a pocket pussy in the mail because they're there to pick up their mail, and maybe they're just making jokes about. But I got my mail. My brother sent me GameCube games. I was playing GameCube in Afghanistan, and I was running the Super Smash Brothers tournament in Afghanistan. What? Man, that's the best Smash tournament of all time, damn it. Now there's people playing GameCube like it's good. It was good. You couldn't take a PlayStation into the desert. You wouldn't want to. But the GameCube was so durable in a snowstorm, in a sandstorm, you didn't care. You just don't care. You would put the GameCube to the test in Afghanistan and be full of dirt, and you still be playing it. Okay, but a PlayStation 2 wouldn't do it. It would break. You'd be like put it in a silk pillowcase, and because it cost twice as much. Anyways, Metroid Prime, I finished it in Afghanistan with 82%. That, I think it has its increments where the fan base should know 82%. They should know exactly what I did. I came back and I was playing Halo 2, and I got married to a woman in the Army, and we got divorced, and I was still playing that Halo and World of Warcraft, and I'm a real man, because if your wife doesn't leave you for Halo, you're not a man. When you're playing Halo, that bitches better get back. You understand? That's what it's about. Okay, when I'm playing Halo, the wife was like, yeah, I was like, honey, you stay away. And I didn't know it would be like that. It just became that way, okay? I just happened to play a Halo after Afghanistan, and I was always like, I could see the player base was like, they wanted to ride my jock. They wanted to go and be the shooter and be like, oh, I'm the mailman. I'm fully fucking loaded mailman. I'm playing Postal. I had Postal on my computer because I bought that game right after I came back. I was playing it in the barracks on Fort Hood. I was in the Postal unit. My unit was the 151 Postal, and I was still in the commander. Yo, I'll be busy all week playing this new one. And it was 1999, the day it came out. And it ran on a stock Hewlett-Packard computer from Best Buy with a GTX RTX, it was a 440, GTX 440. Famous crappy video card that just got the job done until Splinter Cell put the shadows out and nothing would run except Far Cry. Far Cry had no shadows. So I played Far Cry after I went through the Austin Powers shooter, A Spy in Harm's Way, which is, it was this Austin Powers shooter, but you played a girl called Kate Archer. It was the game of the year of 2001 by Warner Brothers on PC, but there's not many. I became a pure PC gamer in 2003 because I had enough money after Afghanistan to buy my computer. And when I was with Romanians, I was with the vampire army from Romania in Afghanistan, and I was talking to the guys, and I was like, we bought a computer when we get home. And they were like, yeah. And anyways, so as you look at NATO expanding into Europe, whatever, you can thank me for bringing Romania in. Because if I had a problem with Romania, I could have handled it right there. Okay? Could have ended this coalition, this friendly task force. But the Romanians were guarding the front gate so we didn't have to. And they ran the kitchen that we all got poop sickness at. And the girl died. We had people die in our units. My best friend, who was born on Fort Hood, will tell you he three tapped somebody in the chest. And I used to play Street Fighter with him. We'd play 80 games in a row. That's how, and I would beat him tooth and nail, man, because I could barely beat this guy. Oh God, I don't even think I really could. I don't remember having a good winning record on him, even after playing 80 games, at least 3 times. He'd always play Ken, and in the Alpha 3 days, 1-on-1 in the barracks. Then he sold me his computer, and I could play Diablo 2 on it, but it was a piece of shit computer, man. That was a gateway. So I went from owning a gateway to having a Hewlett-Packard to switching to grandma's Hewlett-Packard because I fucked mine up, and then I got a Dell from somebody, and I played on a laptop, and it was, whoa, I played on some laptop in Cincinnati for the first time, and I had a good experience. Until I was homeless, and I met somebody in Cincinnati and played it on his laptop, I never had really seen the game. So I had played for 4 or 6 years at the time. And then I upgraded my computer in 2015. It took a long time. Yeah. You could say I didn't even have a computer I played the same computer for 10 years. It was, if I picked it up in 2003, I was on it in 13. So I was on Windows XP way too long. It was just, I'm ignorant and I didn't learn the systems and I didn't have the instruction manual. I wasted a lot of my time. That's okay. A real man should publicly disappear for years at a time because he can afford it. He can afford to live by himself just like me. I can go anywhere I want and live. Well, I can't live inside the Playboy Mansion, but the average rent is $1,309, and I think I get $1,307. So, hey, but $1,300 is enough to hang out outside anywhere, and I don't need to be inside, man. I'll save up that money. I'll stay outside for the whole time. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be in this room forever, man. I'm gonna be outside this room. I don't care. Only want to stay here 10 years. That's how I signed the lease. And then I'll get a new lease, but not here. I'll be like, look how I worked out the whole lease. Give me something new. The Chevy Malibu had $5,000 on it left when it was impounded. Yeah, my last car was a Chevy Malibu, and $5,000 impounded, yada yada. Ex-wife's in Alaska, Wasilia, yada yada yada. I'm in San Francisco. I want to go to Cincinnati, yada yada yada. I'm from LA. My grandma was selling the stolen land. None of it is mine. I can't look at my original land. I can't look at my grandma's house that she, as a real estate agent, selected for herself. But Mellow Lane in La Cañada with a view of Catalina from the backyard. Well, pretty nice view. You can see Catalina from the backyard. That's a good view. There's nothing better to see in all of LA than Catalina Island. And if you can see it from your backyard and you're 10 miles away, that's fucking Hitler level. I mean, Hitler would be up there like, yeah, that's my Catalina. It's my Catalina. Hitler is 48,890, 900, about 5 days away from 49,000 days old, okay? So the 49ers, let me tell you something. Hitler is about to be 49,000. Let me tell you something, 49er. You 40 fucking quitter ass niner. You fader. You went this 49er net doesn't fade, okay? That's right. Hitler is 49, motherfucker. Fuck you and your fascist Hitler friends in Spain, Francisco, you motherfuckers. And your king, the king of Spain, you motherfucker. Where's your power and glory? Where's your army? What can you get deployed to where? You deploy to where with what? The Spanish Foreign Legion. What the fuck? you up, gobble you up. It's for Haiti. This is for Haiti. This is for the Dominican Republic, man. We're gonna fuck Spain up, man. I ain't gonna live by your Spanish rule. I'm in your formerly Spanish city, San Francisco. You used to run this shit. You used to run San Francisco, Spain. Now what? You can't run. I'm on you. I'm all over you. You think I'm the only one? I don't even get paid to look at you. But you getting big, yeah. I met Paul Gasol. Probably the greatest Spanish player of all time, yeah. I used to run with him. It was only one day. I was running out on the court that day. Yeah, I ran with Paul Gasol, the greatest Laker. I spent time with some of the greatest Lakers, man. I met Merlin Olsen, 16-time NFL Pro Bowler. Spent some time with the LA Rams. My brother met Marcus Allen. He became loyal. My family's from Peoria. I met Richard Pryor. I met Richard Pryor. I met Bill Clinton, the president. I met Steve Young 27 years ago and told him the 49ers will never win another day. And who's in San Francisco? Me, not Steve. He ain't here. Steve ain't here. It's me. I'm walking on San Francisco. I told Steve Young, yeah, you're done. That was 95, 2 years after I was working for the NFL. Okay. It's been cool hanging out. I'll see you next time. Yeah. I can't see you. I'm just staring at myself. I'll never see you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not true because you have a thumbnail. So hit the bell and upload a thumbnail, you cheap ass motherfucker. Half of your accounts, no thumbnails. Don't be cheap, make a thumbnail. I want to stream with just my thumbnail. That's my challenge next time. But I promised it would be tough love. Tough love is coming. Tough love is coming. What does that mean? This just means there'll be hearts and shit all over the place on the damn shit, right? Be like, wow. Valentine's Day was last month. A little late with that, but it's not Valentine's Day. It's tough love. That means we're throwing somebody out. They can't afford to live by themselves. They're a little lonely with me. That's tough love. All right. Tough love. Tough love. Tough love.